Okay, let's take a look at question number 1 from PN17. Okay, let's read the question first. 3 bells tolled at regular intervals of 15 minutes, 16 minutes, and 36 minutes. Okay, so for every 15 minutes, the first bell will go, every 16, the second, and every 36, the next one. Okay, now if they toll together at 2 p.m., what time will the next toll together again? Okay, so this is an application type of question. Okay, so what you need to do is to realize that what they're actually asking you to find is the LCM of 15, 16, and 36, because at that common multiple, the 3 bells will toll together. Okay, so I'm just going to do a prime factorization, okay, method. So 15, because it's quite simple, 15 is just 3 times 5. Okay, and then 16 minutes, that will be 2 to the power of 4. And then you've got 36, and that will give you 2 squared times 3 squared. Okay, now to get the LCM, very simply, LCM of 15, 16, and 36 is simply equals to 2 squared, 2 is 4, so I'm going to take the bigger one, right? So this is 2, 4. Then I've got 3 and 3 squared, the bigger power is 3 squared, and then you've got a 5 there. Okay, so if you multiply them together, you're going to get 720. Okay, so 720 minutes, so this is in minutes, right? Okay, so if you take a look at the question again, this is in minutes. So 720 minutes is equivalent to, you need to change it to hours, because it'll be easier to then see what time they were told together again. So this is equals to 720 divided by 60, because I want to change it to hours, and that will give me 12 hours. Okay, so if they told together at 2 p.m., okay, you need to know 12 hours later, they will toll again. So 2 p.m., 12 hours later, that will be at 2 a.m. So therefore, the 3 bells will next toll together 12 hours later, which is simply at 2 a.m. Done. Okay, let's read question number 2 now. Li Ting has 3 pieces of rope measuring 140, 168, and 210 centimeter. Now she wishes to cut the 3 pieces of rope equally into smaller pieces without any leftover rope. So if you can imagine, the first one is about 140 cm. The second one is a bit longer, 168. Okay, and the third one is even longer, which is about 210. So you want to cut these 3 ropes, okay, equally into smaller pieces. That means every piece, okay, must be of equal length. Alright, every piece must be of equal length. So, but you don't want any leftover. Okay, so that means you say you need to find a number, okay, that is divisible by 140, 168, and 210, okay, at the same time. So what is the greatest possible length of each of the smaller pieces of rope? Basically, if you think about it, because you want the greatest number, that you can divide 140, 168, and 210 exactly without any remainder, you are actually needed to find the HCF of these 3 numbers. So you're going to do your prime factorization. Okay, I am not going to show the step here. I'm just going to give you the answer. Okay, you can do it on your own. This is 140 is 2 squared times 5 times 7. 168 is 2 cubed times 3 times 7. And then you've got 210, and that will be 2 times 3 times 5 times 7. So I need to find the HCF of 140, 168, 210, and that will be equals to, let's take a look, 2 squared, 2 cubed, and 2. So the highest common factor is just 2 first. Okay, any others? 3, no, this one does not have a 3, so I can't take it. 5, nope, this one doesn't have a 5, so I can't take it. Okay, but 7 appears in all, so it's just 2 times 7, and that will give me 14. So again, ask yourself, what does 14 mean? So it's the greatest number, okay, where you can divide 140, 168, and 210 exactly without any remainder. So therefore, this will be the greatest. So therefore, the greatest possible length of each of the smaller pieces will be equals to 14 cm. Okay, so this is your HCF. Alright, so then for part 2, they ask you how many smaller pieces of rope can she cut all together. So I need to know how many of the 14 cm can I cut from here, how many of the 14 cm can I cut from here, how many of the 14 cm can I cut from 210. So obviously it's just going to be a division. Okay, so number of smaller pieces, okay, she can get all together is equals to 140, you divide by 14, plus 168, you divide by 14, plus 210, you divide by 14. Okay, so that will give you 10 from the first length, 12 of the pieces from the second, and 15 for the third. So altogether you will have 37 pieces.